the Boxing Source checking in, and once again we have a great guest that's been coming to join us to update things on his promotional company. Has been on a few times here over the past few months, and looks like we got a lot of news to kind of cover today. So glad to have him join us once again. That's right, Dmitriy Salita. How's it going?
Everything's going great.
All good, all good. I know that we had some news that had been circulating over the past week in reference to a specific heavyweight bout, and I've also received news about recent bouts that have been scheduled with another one of your fighters there in the heavyweight division. So we're just gonna see if we could just cover that. First off, we did talk about news in reference to potentially having Jermaine Franklin fighting Anthony Joshua on April 1st. So is there any updates on that?
It's moving in that direction. I do believe it's going to get done. It's not done yet, but all things point to the fact that it should be done. Just some details that we need to iron out to make sure Jermaine is comfortable with everything. As once again, he will be going into the Lions Den. We're close to getting it done, and I believe everything should be done relatively in a short amount of time.
Oh, gotcha. And the thing is that Jermaine is, definitely excited about that potential opportunity. He has talked about it, on his social media platforms, and he has been getting growing support, over the past few weeks. Reference to like we were talking about with this previous fight with Dillian Whyte, and then also with this kind of saying that, hey, he could potentially face Anthony Joshua in April. And so it's looking like, he's getting himself in a gear to, get back in it. And, it's good for him because that would mean he would stay active, after, having a few fights in 2022, then be right back at it in 2023.
Right. In his last fight, particularly very rewarding for me, as I've been working with Jermaine for over 3 years. And when I signed him, I believe that he was one of the best heavyweights in the world. And it was great to see that some of his potential came to life. He's got a lot more in that tank. He did a phenomenal job against Dillian Whyte, thousands of miles away from home in front of a hostile crowd. And that's going to be such an important factor once this fight gets done with Joshua, that not only does he have the skills, but he can function, not get intimidated by fans being against him and the media not necessarily being in his corner per se, and just being away from home. It's such a big factor. We saw that Joshua had challenges being away from home when he fought Andy Ruiz at the Garden, June 1st, 2019. And Jermaine, in his fight with Dillian Whyte, passed that test, and I believe is going to be more prepared physically, mentally, to pull off the upset. I don't know if it's a big upset, but it would be an upset, and to cement himself as one of the elite heavyweights in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, Jermaine Franklin would have that familiarity of being over in the UK, having this previous fight in the UK. So he would have to, be more used to the time difference and the climate difference and things like that. So he'll already have that under his belt in preparation for that. With this, he's kind of like getting support, like I said, from, fans all around the world and things like that, and also with other fighters as well. Seeing some support that has come from other heavyweights such as Tyson Fury in reference to this. And so, you said that, that Franklin did very well in the last fight, and that, Fury was very impressed about it. So he feels like Jermaine Franklin is a real contender there in the heavyweight division. Old school throwback heavyweight is what Tyson Fury said about Jermaine Franklin. What do you think about those words?
Great. I mean, Tyson Fury is a phenomenal guy. Big supporter of boxing, big supporter of fighters. And it was great experience for Jermaine that he had a chance to spend several weeks in training camp getting ready for Dillian Whyte, and did some rounds with the champ. Great experience for him. Great environment for him to be in. And I think he learned and he grew from it. So obviously very encouraging when your peers and the best in the division like Tyson Fury give you a shout out, shows you that and then Jermaine backed it up. So it's great.
Yeah, Jermaine Franklin, just gave props to Tyson Fury for sending those words of encouragement. Basically saying thanks for the support, and like you said, he's going to be seeing if he could be back in camp in preparation for that potential fight against Anthony Joshua. Also on the news front, it seems like a word has been circulating that whether Jarrell Miller has a scheduled bout for March 18th. I know that he's been entered in the rankings for a couple of the sanctioning bodies and has a potential fight here for March 18th against Lucas Brown in Dubai. Could you follow up with that?
Yes, it's a great opportunity, an opportunity for Jarrell to show himself once again on the world stage against Lucas Brown, who's also world rated, I believe higher than Jarrell at this point. He's coming off a big win, a big upset win over a Lou DiBella fighter. And it's a great opportunity for Jarrell to show that he's once again a big name on the heavyweight stage. He's training very hard in Florida. He's going to have a fight in February in Tanzania, and then he's going to get right back to fighting Dillian White. I'm sorry, fighting Lucas Brown. But Freudian slip, I do believe that Jarrell versus Dillian White would be a tremendous fight. Both the guys have such incredible personalities. The promotion will be as fun as the fight. But first things first, Jarrell got these two fights he got to take care of and show to the boxing fans that he's a new guy inside the ring and outside the ring. And if he can do that, if he can live up to his potential and and get back some of the support of the boxing fans, I believe that he will be a big player in the heavyweight division. And certainly big fights out there for him. White, Tyson Fury. I want to say the winner of Jermaine Franklin, Anthony Joshua. A lot of big opportunities for him.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, I did have the WBA heavyweight rankings that recently updated, and it did have Lucas Brown one notch ahead of Jarrell Miller in those updated rankings in the WBA. So you would have a good bout within those two rated fighters in Jarrell Miller and Lucas Brown. They're over in Dubai in March. So that is a significant fight there in the heavyweight division to, kind of like build things up. And like you said, you have the thing with Jermaine Franklin there against Anthony Joshua, and you have here with Jarrell Miller against Lucas Brown. So that's a very busy, pretty much few weeks there for Salita Promotions in the heavyweight division. It may be a lot of traveling for you there also because you got to fly, you got to fight in the UK, man.
And God, those are good problems to have.
Most definitely. Now, also, you have like a few other fighters here that they have things set up coming up here in the next few months or so. So you could break down a couple of fighters there through Salita Promotions that have some upcoming bouts or plan to have bouts here in the near future.
Yes, well, obviously Claressa is due to be back in the ring sometime soon, working on that. Georgia Connor Gashev, Ali Ismailov, Joseph Hicks, Deval Smith, and a lot of others working on some big things and interesting things that would bring consistency to our stable and I believe the greatest sport of boxing. There's not a lot of active promoters that do events on a consistent basis here in the United States. And I believe it's very important for fighters to stay busy, to improve their craft, build a relationship with the boxing media and the boxing fans in a consistent way. And that's what we're working on.
Right. And, you had something else?
No, I want to say that it's always great to be on a boxing source and to talk to you. And it's great that you give the sport and the fighters and the promoters and different people in the sport of boxing the viewpoint from the ability to express their viewpoint from where they stand. It's really great. It is truly the boxing source, because the boxing source is not just the fighters, it's the managers, the trainers, the promoters, the media, all different people that make it our source of entertainment and enjoyment for fans and for fighters alike.
Yeah, thanks for that. I try to do my best in getting in contact with like I said, the fighters, the promoters, the managers there to get their take on what's going on within the sport of boxing. And my thing is that I don't want to have something where it's like a biased point of view. I just want to have it to the point where you just hear directly from these people, and they are the like I said, the main source. You don't have to have it come from me. It comes from these people here. So I really don't have much of a take on it unless it's something where, hey, I have someone else that's discussing it with me or anything like that.
And I've seen you building your brand throughout the years, and you're consistent. And I'm a fan. I watch your videos not only when they're with me, so heads off to you, and keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations.
Thanks very much on that. Now, you did say that you wanted to keep the fighters active and things like that. One of the things that we've kind of like talked about, over the past 12 months or so is the Detroit Brawl Boxing Series that has really been a big thing there in the city of Detroit and in Michigan. So is there like any updates on any potential next boxing series coming up there in Detroit?
We're working on it, and you and I check in pretty much every week, so we can check back on it next week, and hopefully we'll have news and dates and things to announce. So thank you so much. Let's check in again next week on what's going on. I think that a lot of things that we talked about today are going to be finalized by then, and we can talk about the key elements in what it took to get it done and some of the other things that we're working on.
Gotcha. Thank you very much there, Dmitriy Salita, for checking in once again with the Boxing Source. And, we'll be sure to keep up with you with the updates there on Salita Promotions.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem.